What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Huskers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's talk about Alabama. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Now they'll run it to the right here. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Direct snap. Shakes off the defender. Alabama will get the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air, it's Simpson. Going for it all. Catch and stride inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Miller. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. Guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Wiggles, and the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How about this goal line defense? On first down, they expect the run. They stuff it for a loss. And on second down, expecting pass, they can now get after the quarterback and bring him down for a sack. They are pushing this offense back in the wrong direction. This has been textbook goal line defense here as of late.
Fires to the wideout. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Raiola. Got out of trouble and throws. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented. You saw the swagger that he brings to the offense, and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
Pressure coming. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. backfield, it's Cuevas. At the 45 on its way. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The sure hands, it's Williams. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Great move. Now he's got room. He's up to 41 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy.
And that was way too easy for this offense. Defense is about leverage. It's about caging things and keeping it inside, not letting it get to the perimeter. They let that ball get outside with a guy that has speed. Next thing you know, first down.
Trying to get it in. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I like the play call because when you get in the red zone, you get more man-to-man. The field shrinks. What do? Put a guy in motion, good timing, get it to him. And how about the receivers on the outside blocking up their guys, and he takes it all the way in for the touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Flips it out in the flat. Ball is free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after he got popped out.
Here comes that Alabama offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wideout. The give is to Miller. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He'll toss it. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bama. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Going up top again. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Hunter. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated...
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Russell. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning on the Jets. Just plowing ahead. There he goes. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown time.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistent...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a first and goal after the pick. Pushes ahead. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
and it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Got a man, it's Johnson.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game. Let him make something happen and set up second and short.
That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. Just keeps slinging it. Here's a heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hit as he throws. And here's the third interception of the night. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Miller with the ball. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw. And you got these defenders, they are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
They'll try the toss to the left. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. He's piled up 97 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Unloads it left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
He lobs one high down the left side. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell they're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
He unleashes a long one. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Huskers in the hurry up.
On the play. First down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quarterback sneak trying to power his way ahead for a few. Sneaks it in.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Adams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Rush is on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try the run. There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a man. It's Russell. A shot toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Good field position. position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Johnson. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barney. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The handoff to Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
He looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed fourth down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Back to throw, it's Russell. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. He's loose. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Has to throw this off his back foot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Huskers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Time to take a shot. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Quarterback keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Alabama quickly back to the line.
3rd down coming up.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Safe completion on the screen.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like we just saw there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick completion on the out. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Touchdown, Bama! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hunter. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. The Cornhuskers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
At the 49. First down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 52, Nebraska 7.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Huskers are marching down the field. Use the play fake now to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fall.
He tries to take the top off. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown tie! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Raiola. Got his man quickly. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Oh, they're after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab close to the logo. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Rolls onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quickly complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to fire. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's now third down.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Tight end now in motion. To throw, it's Russell. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Cornhuskers headed quickly to the line.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down.
Here we go.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Under fire. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, this was not a good day.
The Cornhuskers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking downfield to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. Here's the punt, and it is not a very good one. A short punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass, it's Russell. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positives today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
That last score sort of like the finishing touch on a great meal. They are oh so close to tasting victory and getting ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right.
First down, Alabama.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze, where do I need to get a little bit better. But